code CXSnipes in the Fortnite item shop to win 10,000 V-Bucks.
Okay, today I want to talk about the problems that are in Fortnite and their community and what's wrong with the game in general. I'm making this video because I saw Sypherpk and Kiwiz do it. The first thing we're going to talk about is the communication that isn't happening now in Fortnite. The communication used to be so good about like 3 seasons back in season 9 and below, and now it's just so bad. We gotta find out ourselves what is actually going on in the game, just like now, then extending this game to for more months. Like, I get coronaviruses here, but you guys can still work on communication at this time, and especially at this time it would be a perfect time in communication. I believe could use a lot of work. I've been playing Fortnite for quite a while, and the best Fortnite was ever was when there was communication in the game. Like, that there was communication in the game with the community. And if there is a live event in Fortnite, Epic should let us know. They don't ever let us know if there's actually a live event anymore. And Epic should also let us know what is in an update, what is supposed to be in the update. And I honestly think we need more patch notes fixing things sooner if possible, like every week, like it was. I could talk about this all day, but I'm gonna talk a little bit on my opinion on skill-based matchmaking. I honestly don't like skill-based matchmaking, not because I go against sweats, just because Epic has to think that a good player today was once like a bot that just started the game, and with skill-based matchmaking we can't get into bot lobbies anymore. Everyone is a sweat, and I don't mind it, but like, it would be more fun to play if we play with okay players and have fun, or be in squads with your friends and get a ton of wins in a night. I can't do that anymore because me and my friends have so much wins, but if I create another account and go against complete bots, it's not fun anymore. Even if you get 20 kills in the game against complete bots, it's not fun. And what I think about skill-based matchmaking is, when I started playing, I couldn't build. I could barely even shoot. I'd hit a couple shots. That's just like the new people that start playing today. They gotta know how to build and shoot, and back then we didn't have creative, we didn't have like playground, we didn't have any of that. We had to play an actual game against pretty good players and had to practice building and getting better throughout their play style and them playing. People who just start the game can also do that. If skill-based matchmaking isn't in, yeah, they're gonna find a couple of good players, but if they get killed by a couple of good players, then they will learn on that. They will start to get better on that and try to think of what to do next, what to do if they actually care for this game like I did whenever I first started. Whenever I first started, I loved the game. It was a great game. Like, if we got a kill, you'd be excited about getting a kill. You wouldn't just stop playing the game because you're dying. You'd try to win as much as you can. You wouldn't just stop the game because you got killed once. Think about Call of Duty. No one was really good at Call of Duty until they actually started trying, and then you could actually do something. It just doesn't make sense why they put in skill-based matchmaking. We're going to be going against sweats now. We don't get to get into lobbies and carry people with 0 wins. Like, it doesn't make any sense why they did that. I think a change that Fortnite can make on people with a lower skill level, they could put a tutorial, gaming, like in-game tutorial, on people with like under 10 wins. They can match up against people who are equal skill level, not AI bots, equal skill level, real people, and they can practice together. until they get about 10 to 20 wins, and they can go against okay people and then maybe match up with really good people that are really going to be sweaty. But you just gotta practice. It's a game for a reason. You can't just put in skill-based matchmaking and expect us to just want to always play this game. Epic is gonna lose more people that are really good than they're gonna lose people that are really bad at the game. And that's not even just with skill-based matchmaking, and that's gonna be like that even at the end. Like, it doesn't matter. Skill-based matchmaking is just wanting every single pro player to just not play, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have fun in Fortnite anymore. It's just all just trying and stuff. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not a bad player. I'm an okay player at this game. I have no problem with being in the lobbies that I'm in, but I wish I could get into a game with a guy with 0 kills and carry them to a win. Let them get a win in Fortnite instead of going up against a guy with like 400 wins on his name, a complete sweat that tries to do callouts every second, like saying that there's a guy over there or saying you hit him for 20. It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather play with someone that's not so good and they get excited for you catching a win with them. Like, that is what made Fortnite fun. Also, little kids trying to get into popular people's game like Tfue or Ninja or Sypherpk, but they can't because they don't have enough wins to do it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is server and ping. I'm not going to say much about this because I don't have like really bad ping, and whenever I go up against people in my skill base or in Fortnite in general, I don't really have that much ping. I can still edit pretty good, but I'm just going to say that the coin flip isn't good. Like, Fortnite, you say that it's really good, you say the coin flip is working like it's supposed to, but it's not. There's been multiple tests, multiple tries on it, and every time they test it, it goes to the guy with the less ping. It's just gonna happen every time. If you want to have an actual coin flip where it's actually where you guys have it as a coin flip instead of making the 0 ping guy get it above like the 20 ping guy, then it would be fair. But it's just not fair with people with 60 ping and people with 0. It's not fair. I think that there should be major fixes with that, and that's all I'm going to say with this. Except that in competitive, it is super laggy. It's basically a coin flip in competitive if your ping is going to be laggy or if your frames are going to be bad. Because some people, they won't lag at one point, and other people will lag at one point. So I don't think it's really a good coin flipping system, and competitive is just not good. I don't play much competitive, but it's still just not good. I've seen people play competitive, I've seen famous streamers play competitive, and I've seen the lag, and it just needs to be fixed. I don't think that there needs to be more competitive until it gets fixed, because it's just a coin flip of who gets the money. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the aim assist debate. I personally play on a controller. I play on a PlayStation controller, and I don't think it's the most overpowered, and some controller players can't build quite as good as at building. They're just not as good at building as most people think and most people say. So I don't think that people should really say stuff about that. Yeah, it should be nerfed a little bit, but you gotta think that people who just started rely on aim because they can't build so much. So you're saying that that's just like the skill-based matchmaking. It's just like, if people play on a controller, yeah, that's what they're used to. It's what they're used to playing on. It's what they are more comfortable with. And I think that it should still say the same because of people who can't build so much. That's just all I'm going to say about it. The next thing I'm going to talk about influencers are also responsible for the game being a little bit at its most max potential because of people saying rip Fortnite and Fortnite is dying. Kids who watch them are saying and thinking that Fortnite is dying, so they'll stop playing.